let us be completely honest here, okay? Starfield is absolutely undercooked. Todd Howard lied to you again, and you know what you did? You said, tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies, and he did. And he did, just like you asked. Starfield is not going to be Game of the Year, and as I and many others expected, well, it's barely a game, honestly. It somehow managed to make one step forward, and that landed it into space, but 2 steps backward, so it's worse than Skyrim. It's an exploration game without absolutely any exploration. It is what it is.
Says playing Starfield is like being stuck in a fishbowl.
Yep.
Okay.
For everyone that thought that Todd's promise of 1,000 planets to freely explore sounded too good to be true, you were painfully right to be skeptical. When you land on a planet, you don't actually get to explore it freely. A few points of interest are put on the map, but if you run too far off course, sometimes only a kilometer away from a point of interest, you'll be treated to an invisible wall telling you to return to your ship. The game doesn't actually give you...
You know what's the worst part about this? You know what's the absolute worst part about this? These planets are AI generated. The people at Bethesda told this AI that you're gonna have a place where it lands, you're gonna have this circle, and then you're gonna put like 3 points of interest and nothing in them in between. They have an AI that could have actually made these planets have wrecked spaceships on the way to these objectives, that could have had like, you know, they had the ability to make this interesting, but they literally chose to not make this interesting.
Planets to explore, as was promised by Todd Howard and Pete Hines in the lead up to the game's launch. It generates a small map each time you land that's built off of a seed from the given planet that you're landing on, and where on that planet you've selected to land, whether it's a pre-assigned landing location with a point of interest on it, or a random location that you choose. Simply put, it's an illusion of scale and freedom. Though to be fair, some people won't consider this a big deal, but like I said, it grows all the more frustrating when you go out into the great unknown trying to explore like previous Bethesda games, only to be greeted with invisible walls reminding you that you're in a glorified fishbowl and not actually exploring a planet.
Isn't there there's got to be a wall somewhere in Skyrim, right? I don't know. I don't think...
I mean, there is, but you never wanted to find it. Because Skyrim was not marketed as this grand open game where you can explore planets. You know? So... It's kind of a different deal, honestly.
Like, I don't think that's a big deal. I'm not, like, why the fuck? Like, look at what he's doing. Where are you going?
But if you run too far
like,
off...
there's nothing here anywhere. I don't think... The problem is...
Wait, that's the problem! That's the problem, dude, that there's nothing anywhere. You land... Then you look in the direction where the 3 or 2 objectives are, or the place you landed, and you go there. While you're running, nothing interesting will ever happen. And then you get to the objective and you go inside an instanced place, usually, most of the time. Yeah, that's exactly the problem. This is why people are pissed. Because the exploration factor in the game doesn't exist. It's the same deal with your ship being just, you know, accessory. They might as well sell skins because it doesn't even impact the game. Like, your ship... We're talking about a space game where your ship doesn't have a practical use. It's just a fast traveling mechanic. And people are getting psyched. Oh, I can make my ship look like a dildo. Woo! What does that matter? You can't do anything else with a ship. Dogfights, turn around, shoot, turn around, shoot, turn around, shoot, turn around, shoot. There you have it. It's literally all your experience will ever be.
People should think it's a big deal because the world should be more meaningful, that you should want to explore the entire planet. But the problem is that the world that you zone into has like 5 points of interest, and that's it. You go into cave.
Asmon, you literal non-human. You need human interaction. Not even 10 seconds ago you said about that's not a big deal, and now you're saying it is a big deal. How do you live with yourself at night? Can you even sleep?
Cave number 12, and there's 3 things of iron, 1 uranium, and then, thank God, and then you go to another fucking point of interest. It's another laboratory with a deep cave. Wait, this is the same cave layout as before.
You know what the Bethesda fanboys are gonna try and say at this point, by the way? You know what's their defense here? But the main cities are cool! No, they're not. Making those main cities probably took less effort than making even 2% of Skyrim. And that's all they did. That's all they did. Okay, that's all the effort Bethesda put in. Oh, but the main city... Yeah. What happens when you shoot guns in main city? Oh, nothing. No one cares. Do the NPCs look like from 1997? Yes. Yes, they do. Might as well bring back the original Doom graphics at this point, honestly. Is the game buggy? Yes. Yes. I'm watching this video, but I saw that there's a clip that Asmongold's save file got corrupted. Autosave bugged out or something like that, and that's it. I'm not sure if that. Well, it's his official channel. I got recommended the clip because it's about Starfield, but can he even play the game? Like, there's so many problems with this, and this is developed by a multi-billion-dollar fucking company, backed up by Microsoft, an even larger multi-billion-dollar company. And they're using an engine from 30 years ago. This shit is what Morrowind was made on. Well, okay, that's probably not true. But what's the difference between Morrowind and Skyrim? Absolutely nothing. Because there is no difference. You know? But they have the resources to upgrade this game and actually make it good. What does Todd Howard do, though? No, he says 16 times more fidelity. And what do some people that are roughly called Bethesda fanboys do? They literally get on their knees and said, "How hard do you want it, Todd?" And then Todd says 72 times the graphics, and then it's like sploosh. It is what it is. Never be a fanboy.
There's a pathway and an open area, and the pathway after that, and then 2 different pathways, and then another open area. It's the exact fucking thing. I went through that cave.
Yes, this is this because you know why this is the exact same thing? Because this is the same stuff as Diablo when they said, "Oh, there's gonna be hundreds of unique dungeons." No, they're not. It's like those dungeons are like probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 segments or something like that. And I'm saying that is because it, you know, Asmongold may not be the brightest bulb. He may not be a bulb at all, but the job is to shine for some reason. But even he notices it, right? That means that there's not a lot of permutations. There's probably like 3 segments. Oh, and every segment has like 1 to 6 options of what it can look like. And this is how it's perpetually generated. And this is obvious, by the way, if you have ever played a perpetually generated game. You will slowly but surely start to notice the same reused assets. Like, maybe, you know, the cave looks the same as the last cave, but there's slight differences of what's in the cave. And that's how it goes. This is what it means to have 1,000 planets randomly generated. You're literally gonna stumble in the same cave after the 10th planet. That's what it is. Well, probably faster, like the 5th planet. That's how it works. This is what it means currently. AI generated content in games. Now, if we had like 100 different tiles for tile 1, tile 2, and tile 3 each, then we would be, well, then it would take a long time to notice, especially if there was different things. But you know, all Starfield caves look the same.
Cave 3 goddamn times. It's like I felt like I was playing classic WoW again. what the fuck is this? So the problem really is not that you can't explore the entire planet. The problem is that you're a fucking idiot if you want to. That's the problem, is because there's no reason to go around and explore in Starfield.
Yep.
It's all the same shit. Like, I don't
Told
know.
you.
Oh, no, it
I told you, it's an exploration game, but Bethesda removed the exploration part.
it's better. There's some, no, there was some planets that was good. Oh yeah, I went to like 15, 20 planets, and every single one was the exact fucking same. It had the same monsters, it had the same fucking areas, it had the same loot, it had the same combat, it had the same...
Dude, unironically, Bethesda should have bought Logan Paul's NFTs and put those animals inside the game, because then there would be at least more biodiversity in the game, okay? It could have been great, but the Bethesda decided that every planet's biggest, baddest predator is gonna be a fucking T-Rex for some reason.
gameplay. And it was fucking boring. It was. Oh, the map in Starfield. I'm pretty sure what happened with the map is that they actually had the AI for the different soldiers and pirates in the game design the map. Because that's the only way it makes sense to me that it could be that fucking stupid.
True.
I can't even believe it. It's just bland. It's just bland. I don't know. I just think it sucks. I'm gonna try and play this game off stream. And I'm going to see if maybe I can get more immersed and more invested whenever I play it off stream.
Nah, bruh. The only reason you even liked it in the beginning slightly was the fact that you were playing it on stream and you had people to interact with.
And I have a different experience. Because I want to like the game. I really do. I really want to like...
By the way, that's true. I also want to like the game. I said the game's going to probably be garbage before it came out. But I also said, I hope I'm wrong. I hope it's actually a masterpiece because I want a good game. But it's Bethesda. You need to be a lunatic to believe that a Bethesda game is gonna be good. Oh, Redfall was made by the... Yeah. Like they didn't pull every trigger on every decision made out there. What Fallout 70? Yeah. Like they did not oversee any processes there. But Fallout 4 is at least a decent and playable game. But again, it was a step back. Someone commented also previously on my video about saying, but there's background thing that we have in Starfield was already in a previous Bethesda game, and I was like, wait a fucking minute, that's true. I just haven't played that game for 30 years, but you're completely right. The background thing was already in previous Bethesda games. So Starfield has done literal zero innovation. It has taken away from what we already previously had. Starfield's only innovation is that it actually works on launch and doesn't crash like any modern Bethesda title would. That's it. Anyway, this was Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.